Welcome to Stoner Watch, and today we're talking about the movie Greenland. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and click on that bell so you can be notified for future videos. And yes, I was finally able to watch Greenland, the latest disaster movie to feature the end of the world due to a threat from outer space. Now, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 79% and an audience score of 64%, I gotta say, this movie wasn't all that bad. I mean, I did kind of like it, and I gotta say, 15 or 2 right off the top, I'm gonna have to go with the $4 that I paid for to rent it, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it was an okay movie. I liked it, but I'm so glad I didn't pay theater price for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of the scenes would have actually been really cool to see on the big screen, I have to say, but for the most part, it was your typical disaster movie. It wasn't really anything new. You know what I'm saying? Other than maybe the cast of characters that we get in this movie. That was pretty much the newest thing that we got out of this movie. Other than that, it wasn't really anything different that we have not already seen. I mean, Deep Impact, Armageddon. I mean, just for those two examples alone, it's not like we didn't see this scenario already before. You know what I'm saying? This movie was directed by Ric Roman Waugh, written by Chris Sparling, starring Gerard Butler, who also gets a co-producer credit, also starring Morena Baccarin, Roger Day Floyd, Scott Glenn, David Denman, and Hope Davis, just to name a few. The film follows a family who must fight to survive as a planet-destroying comet races towards the Earth. Originally scheduled to be theatrically released in the United States, Greenland was delayed several times due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The film was released domestically by STX Entertainment through Video On Demand on December 18th of 2020, then later released to HBO Max and Amazon Prime. It still did get a theatrical release in other territories, beginning in Belgium on July 29th of 2020, and did receive some general positive reviews from critics and grossed $47 million worldwide with a production budget of $35 million. I mean, this movie did have some really heartfelt moments, like when Scott Glenn's character refused to leave his house knowing that he was most likely going to die when that comet hit the Earth, but he wanted to die in the same spot where his wife did. I mean, that was a pretty good moment. But for the most part, there was a lot of your typical disaster movie, end-of-the-world scenarios where society breaks down. And I mean, that scene in the drugstore when the mom was trying to get the kid his insulin, and stuff like that, because he was diabetic. I mean, that was a really messed up scene. You know what I mean? Now, I got to say, it was kind of cool to see that they were actually able to make some money coming out of 2020. I mean, $47 million over a $35 million budget. That's not really all that bad. But then when you count in marketing, they probably didn't make that much more then after that, right? But however, we still don't know how much money it made as far as getting on the VOD numbers, because they don't really announce that kind of thing. Now, I will admit, I waited, because when it first came out on VOD, they wanted $20. I'm going, no, I'll wait. I mean, I'm a cheap man for the most part. That's kind of why I did wait. I mean, I ended up renting it on Google Play for $5. So I actually paid more than $4 for it when I watched it, because it was $5 to rent it on Google Play. So 15 or 2, $5 was the highest I was willing to go for this movie, because I'm glad I watched it at home. I mean, some of it would have been really cool to see on the big screen, but for the most part, it wasn't really all that. I mean, it was okay. It was okay. That's all I can really say. I mean, it was good. It wasn't really all that bad. I don't feel like, that's 2 hours. I'll never get back. I really hate when I watch movies when that happens. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Did you watch the movie Greenland starring Gerard Butler? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you like it? What didn't you like about this movie compared to all the other disaster movies that we've seen over the years? Where does this one rank with you? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, again, I liked it. It was pretty good. It wasn't all that bad. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.